Hi, I'm Lois and welcome to MolkoStudios, and today we're making the Joelle stockings. These stockings come in 3 sizes, small, medium and large. The pattern includes the cut-in templates, a detailed step-by-step written tutorial with colour photographs on how to make these pouches and a full supply list. I will include a link to purchase the pattern in the description box below the video. In this video I'll be making the small Joelle stocking. Using the templates provided in the pattern, cut out the pattern pieces in your chosen fabrics and apply interfacing to the wrong sides of both main body A exterior pieces. Make the stocking hanger. Take your stocking hanger piece, fold it in half lengthways and press. Reopen, then fold the raw edges towards the centre crease created and press into place. Then refold the whole thing in half and press again. Top stitch the long sides to keep the strap together. Finally, fold the piece in half to create a loop. And sew a line of stitches at the ends to keep it together. Your stocking hanger is ready. Take one of the lining fabric pieces and lay it down right side up. Use the Molko paper pattern to transfer the position marks for the stocking hanger using chalk or a vanishing marker. Take the hanger and with raw edges facing outwards, pin it onto the fabric between both of the marks you made and angle it at roughly 45 degrees. Stitch the hanger into place close to the edge of the lining fabric. Backstitch the start and beginning of the stitches to firmly secure it in place. Lay both of your lining pieces right side up. Then, lay one of the exterior pieces wrong side up on top of each, making sure the toes are facing the same direction. Align all of the edges and pin the panels together just along the top. Sew across the top edge of both stockings with a 0.6 cm or 1/4 inch seam allowance. Make sure to backstitch at the start and end of your line of stitch to ensure the seams do not come open. Open your sewn stocking panels and lay them flat. Press the seams open and flatten them really well with a hot iron on the front and the back of both fabric panels. Assemble the stocking. Lay one of your exterior plus lining panels right side up and place the other exterior plus lining panel on top. Wrong side so that both right sides of the fabrics are touching each other. Align all the edges, then pin together. When pinning, pay extra attention to the top edge seams. You want these to match up perfectly. Pin these seams first. Use the Molko paper pattern to transfer the lining gap marks onto the lining. Do not sew between these gaps. We will need to keep an opening in the lining for turning the stocking out later on. With a 0.6 centimetre or 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, sew all the way around the bag, leaving only the lining gap, which we marked earlier. Begin sewing at one of the lining gap marks and finish at the other. Once sewn, clip small notches around the curved edges of the stocking, toes, heels and front curve. This helps the stocking lay flat and look neater when it's finished. Do this for the outer and lining stocking sections. Be really careful not to accidentally snip through your stitches. I make my clippings roughly 1 centimetre or 0.4 inches apart. A close-up view of the clipped notches. Next, snip off any overhanging stocking hanger from the lining area. Reach into the gap in the lining and turn the stocking right side out. Using a pointed tool, insert it into the lining gap and carefully run the tool along all the curved edges to smooth them out as best you can. It's best to do this step little by little, so you don't accidentally poke a hole through your stocking. With the lining fabric fully out, press all of the edges of the stocking with an iron to smooth and flatten the seams. Also, fold the raw edges of the lining gap by 0.6 centimetre or 1/4 of an inch into the stocking and give them a press. Now we are going to close up the gap in the lining. You can either close with a hand stitch, or you can pin and sew the opening shut using a 0.3 centimetre or 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, so it will not be that noticeable. Push the lining into the stocking, right down to the toes, and align the fabrics at the top opening of the stocking. Press the top seams with an iron so they are nice and flat. Top stitch around the top edge 0.5 centimetre or 3/16 of an inch away from the edge. I like to use a stitch length of 3.5 for this, as it gives the bag a lovely finish. A trick to get a neat 0.5 centimetre or 3/16 of an inch seam allowance is to change needle position to the far right, then use the edge of your standard sewing foot as a guide by keeping it in line with the top edge of the bag as you sew. Fold over the cuff by 5 centimetres or 2 inches, or until the hanger loop is exposed and sitting at the top of the stocking opening. Finally, give the stocking and the cuff one last press with an iron. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and you are proud of your new stocking. If you appreciate this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. To purchase the paper templates used in this tutorial, please follow the link in the description box below the video. The PDF pattern also includes a supplies list and a detailed step-by-step written tutorial with colour photographs. Your purchase helps support my business so I can keep creating more tutorials like this one. To see what other sewing tutorials and patterns I have on offer, head over to molko.co.uk.